Hey guys, welcome to Duck Life 4. I'm very happy to be doing this video with Fruitree today. We just finally uploaded the last video that was sitting on our stack so we can start anew. Dude, are you excited?
In a world where humanity fights with rubber chickens, one man, Joseph, fights with a yellow chicken. He has it right here. The weirdest thing though is I'm Joseph, and I'm talking through this mic for some reason. Usually, like, in stories, like, there's, like, a narrator, but the thing is, because we were pretty low on a budget, we chose to have our main character and our narrator kind of, like, the same role. So anyways, I had mentioned, in a world where humanity fights with rubber chickens, its last line of defense existing at the mall fights to hold back the forces of the red chicken. Because the thing is I'm a yellow chicken. I'm part of the yellow chicken forces. Actually, it has a different sound. Like, it's like, hear this, like, it's kind of like an orgasmic sound. Red chickens are a little bit deeper. I don't know if the yellow chicken is like a female chicken. Our scientists haven't figured out exactly the nature of these rubber chickens. Yeah, hopefully we will find that out in the future. Gosh, it's going nowhere. We should have really hired a narrator. I'm not really trained for this job. I'm kind of like the main character. I'm meant to be that hero archetype. The kid who's gonna be like, I'm gonna change the world with my yellow chicken. I can join the sides together, you know what I mean? Like, because this sighting has to stop, because I really gotta go to work. If I can't go to work at night, then how the hell am I gonna go to college? You need that money really bad, and if for some weird reason the red chickens are blocking off the highway, like how the heck am I gonna get down that highway? Like, I need to get to college. So anyways, we gotta start this story somewhere. Let me set it up for you. I'm gonna put my chicken down right here. All right, he's down. So our story starts, like I said, in the mall. Base of operations, GameStop, because that's the only place we really can be. Because the actual people who actually have lives, they don't let us anywhere else in the store. We tried to conquer Sears, didn't go so well. About like a group of like 5 of us went in with our yellow rubber chickens. We thought we could do it. Like, it was easy enough. Like, Sears, no one goes there, no one shops there anymore. It's been completely bought out, like, pretty shitty place. Don't ever buy appliances there. Me and my friends walking with our yellow chickens. We were like gonna rob this place. One elderly man walked up to us. He said to my friend Tim, "What the hell are you doing, you kids? Put those yellow chickens down. Some of us are trying to buy appliances here." Tim was like, "Well, this is a robbery. We're taking over Sears, and you can't do anything about it." "Oh, hell, I can't." The old man picked up his cane, smacked him like right in the face. Yellow chicken fell. We were stunned. We didn't think that Sears had such a able defensive force. We hadn't been informed as we hadn't gathered enough intelligence. The only thing I could think to myself at the time was, had I done something wrong? There wasn't much time for thinking, because this old man, he went at us. He went one by one stroke. We go down. By the end of it, I'm grabbing Tim, my other friend Joe. We're hauling ass out of there, back to GameStop. Good thing GameStop was only about 20 steps away. We just couldn't make it. It was a trek getting there in the first place, and they didn't have any resources. No Cheetos, no Mountain Dew. It was a harrowing situation, but we got back to GameStop. We said, we better collect our bearings, improve our defenses here, because it seems that some of the forces that exist throughout the mall are too much for us right now. Our forces aren't strong enough, they're not well trained enough. Our rubber chickens don't make loud enough sounds. If you can see there, we couldn't do it. So right now, formulating our next move. But those red chicken guys, they got Babies R Us down the street. That's the base of operations. We figured that out now. We said to each other, well, maybe because we found that no one in the mall is coming after us, maybe we should head off to Babies R Us, take down those red chicken guys. Maybe we can find some POWs and take them into our own forces, retrain them in the ways of using yellow chickens. So we're like, okay, one big issue. Who's gonna drive? See, the thing is, when you're playing COD all day, you don't have time to get a driver's license, and that was the case for all of us there. Just kind of standing in like the middle of GameStop, kind of just talking about stuff. Like, people were looking at us, but we didn't care. Like, this was much more important. Gosh, you know, I even set up the scene of GameStop. Let me explain to you. We tipped over half the shelves and other things to make barricades for the front of the store. We have readily available rubber chickens. Ready whenever any enemy forces come to take over GameStop. The only issue is that we're not getting any of the new pre-releases and newer stuff coming in, because we've completely have shut down trade going in and out of GameStop. That's somewhat detrimental, but I think in times of war such as this, you have to make these kind of decisions. You have to survive. If we didn't, then we had to go actually have a life. And having a life's hard. It really is. Isn't that right, chicken? I haven't mentioned yet, but these chickens have a life of their own. Think of them almost as like embodiments of each warrior that we are. These chickens, they're almost like our super sword, like our katana, because katanas are super swords. Just remember that. These are the embodiment of our souls. If we lose these, then practically we lose ourselves. So anyways, GameStop completely boarded up. No person getting in and out of GameStop, only when we go for raids. Crawl our way out of the rubble that we created into the fluorescent lights of a mall. It's somewhat blinding at first, but we work through it. We trek off about 20 steps over to neighboring stores. Not dare to go into Old Navy because we've identified a species we are unable to deal with, that being girl. And so again, we need that car. We need that car bad, but none of us know how to drive. How the heck are we gonna get this car? I said to everyone. We were sitting around the middle of the store in a circle, just kind of like saying kumbaya. So what are we gonna do? Someone raised their hand. At first, we heard the squeak of hand raising, and then Tim, who had been severely beaten by the security of Sears, their outriders, he says, you know, we could steal a car. And I say, Tim, how are we gonna steal a car? We can't beat an old man. He was like probably in his 80s. How are we gonna get outside? Because the lights are real in the outside world, because you think fluorescent lights are bad. Do you even know what a car is, Tim? Tim put his head down. He's like, it's just an idea. Then Petey raised his hand. We might not be able to get a car. We could try a bus. I think on that for a second. I'm like, yeah, buses would cater towards any troglodyte, such as ourselves. We could get to Toys R Us, Babies R Us as well. We weren't quite sure. So, bus. All right. Do buses even go around here? P went silent. I'm not quite sure. So, I said, you know, the bus idea isn't too bad. I have an idea. Our scientists have established cats can transform into buses. Now, at first, I said to myself, no, that can't be. But then I'm like, in Persona 5, cats can turn into buses. So we know that cats turn into buses. So if you think about it like this, if we can get a cat, the cat turns into a bus, we could transport everyone to Babies R Us, surprise attack, and taking all the red chicken forces. Then maybe we could take Sears. I said, all right, let's try to find a cat. We can deal with a cat. All right, we went looking for a cat. Again, crawl through the rubble. Here we are, wandering the mall, quite tired, quite sweaty. No one below 200 pounds. It's a trek. People are looking at us. We get our rubber chickens ready. It was pretty harrowing. Like one time on our journey, I'll summarize a few parts. We passed by Build-A-Bear. We didn't know if we'd get out of there. I had thought about Build-A-Bear for some time. Build-A-Bear had this one breed that we had found, being that of the child. So the child exists quite prevalently in the Build-A-Bear shop. So passing by, chickens ready. One comes out. Why are you walking around with rubber chickens that make noises? I took this very delicately because any wrong move and this kid would jump on me. And without a leader, they wouldn't have had any direction. They would have died out there. So I said to him, well, that's none of your business, kid. But if you really need to help, you can point us in the direction of the nearest cat. The kid paused for a second. He's like, oh, I know where a cat is. He pointed inside to the Build-A-Bear shop. Oh no, I said to myself, we're not going in there. Not for a cat. I understand we needed to defeat the red chicken forces, but we're not going in there. And I looked back to Pete and Tim, and they knew it too. Turned back to the child. Is there any other place, kid, that you know where a cat would be? The kid looked at us, and we said, I don't know. And then it happened. Only spoken of in myth, a girl came. This had become out of my control. As the leader of my team, I had to leave everything up to fate, because once girl had occurred, we couldn't do much. Billy, what are you doing over there with those men? They're just asking for directions to the nearest cat. I don't think they're gonna find any cats in a mall. Well, anyways, Billy, we should get going. All right, Mom. So the child left us with a parting wave. We had escaped with only a few sidelong glances from the woman. Our next obstacle came when we came near a glasses kiosk. So the man looked at us. He said to us, what the hell are you guys doing? Stop making so much noise. So I walked up to him and said, we're looking for a cat. Do you know where one is? The man looked at me. How the hell would I know where a cat is in a mall? Well, fine. If you don't want to help us, that's okay. We went on. So, where to find this cat? As all hope was lost and we were returning back, on the ground in heaven, we saw a cat. I say to Tim, we found it. We found the cat. Pete's like, well, Andrew, how are we going to get in there? Well, I have an idea. It's heaven. We've done quite good deeds on this earth. I think they would allow us into heaven to take such a gift back. We walk into heaven. Hello there. This must be one of their angels guarding the door, but we need to get that cat. Sir, Gabriel, we need that cat. We get the cat, but something felt wrong. Buzzers started to go off all around us. We got our chickens ready. A man presiding over the store. You can't steal that. You have to pay for it first. What do you mean pay? We need this cat to get to Toys R Us. We need to pay for that. I don't think so. With one lethal strike, powerful enough to take down any man, he went down. Pete and Tim also came. We have to get out of here, guys. We try to retreat too little, too late. Two devils dressed in blue, ready to come on us. As they force us to the ground, I say, Gabriel, where were you? One of the devils said, shut up. So that's where it lies. Me, Pete, Tim. I don't know if this story will come to the ears of anyone else. Just know, we will always have hope. For one day, us yellow chickens will triumph.
Okay, well, I guess we'll talk to you guys later. Dude, are you okay? Fruitree? Oh my god. He's dead.